What if I told you that May 10th, 2025 would mark the beginning of a new era for the UFC's welterweight division? With a fresh Canadian champion rising to the occasion, the stakes are higher than ever. But there's one problem. Belal Muhammad, the newly crowned champion, is about to face the toughest challenge of his life. Jack Della Maddalena, a 17-fight win streak phenom, is hungry, determined, and ready to take that title away. Who will rise? Who will fall? Let's dive in. Can Belal Muhammad continue his reign as UFC welterweight champion? Or is his time at the top coming to an end? What makes Jack Della Maddalena the most dangerous contender the UFC has seen in years? And what happens when two men, both obsessed with greatness, step into the octagon with everything on the line, exceeding expectations? Before we dive into the details, let's set the stage. UFC 315 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting cards in recent history. We've got an explosive main event where the champion, Belal Muhammad, takes on the relentless Jack Della Maddalena. But we can't forget the co-main event either. Valentina Shevchenko, the flyweight queen, will defend her title against the rising French star, Manon Fiorot. This card has everything: a battle for a new welterweight king and a high-stakes title defense by one of the most dominant forces in MMA. So what exactly does this fight mean for the future of these divisions? The road to UFC 315. Belal Muhammad's unlikely rise. Let's start with the champion, Belal Muhammad. If you told anyone a few years ago that Belal would be UFC welterweight champion, most people would have laughed. Yet here he is, on the verge of defending his title after years of hard work and dedication. Belal's journey hasn't been a glamorous one. Unlike other fighters who got their title shot with quick knockouts and flashy performances, Muhammad's rise has been built on grit, relentless pressure, and an unmatched work ethic. Belal's rise to the top has been the result of sheer determination and constant improvement. The last 10 fights, undefeated. He's gone from a solid fighter to a dominant force, blending striking, wrestling, and cardio into a seamless game plan. But his journey hasn't been without challenges. After 15 years of sacrifice, Muhammad finally secured his first title shot, and he wasn't going to let this moment slip away. And when the fight came against Leon Edwards, his time had arrived. The fight in Manchester was a turning point in his career. Muhammad, with all his pressure and relentless takedowns, took the fight to Edwards and never let up. Even when critics doubted him, even when people questioned his skills, Belal dominated. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. He wasn't just another fighter, he was the fighter to beat. The challenge: Jack Della Maddalena's perfect streak. On the other side of the cage, we have Jack Della Maddalena, a man whose story is just beginning. This is a fighter who has been on a tear, notching up an incredible 17-fight win streak, with several of those wins coming by brutal knockouts. Della Maddalena's skills are undeniable. His striking is precise, his power is devastating, and he's quickly becoming a fan favorite. But what truly sets him apart isn't just his fighting style, it's his mentality. From a young age, Jack's journey was always about pushing the limits. Growing up in Perth, Australia, Jack started in rugby before making the leap to combat sports. A natural athlete, Jack dove into boxing and wrestling, setting his sights on a career that would take him to the highest level of competition. He wasn't just looking to fight in the UFC, he was looking to dominate. Jack's UFC debut was nothing short of spectacular. His performances spoke volumes, and he quickly became a rising star. His unrelenting style, pushing the pace, landing knockout shots, has made him one of the most dangerous contenders in the welterweight division. But now, the stage is set. His first title shot is just around the corner, and with his family's support and a team that believes in him, he's ready to face the toughest challenge of his career. The clash. Styles make fights. This is where things get interesting. Belal Muhammad is a man known for his well-rounded skill set, constantly improving and adapting his game. He can take the fight wherever it needs to go, whether it's standing, on the ground, or in the clinch. His cardio is second to none, and his wrestling is elite. He's the complete package, and that's what makes him so dangerous. But Jack Della Maddalena isn't going to make this easy. Jack's boxing is some of the best in the division, and his knockout power is lethal. His footwork and distance management are on another level, and he's not afraid to take risks to land that devastating shot. Where Muhammad excels in wrestling and control, Della Maddalena thrives in striking, making this a fight that could go any direction. Both fighters are hungry, and both have something to prove. For Belal, this title defense is about solidifying his legacy as the best welterweight in the world. For Jack, it's about showing the world that his perfect streak isn't just a fluke. It's the beginning of a new era. Behind the scenes, what makes these fighters great? To understand just how special these fighters are, we need to take a look behind the scenes. Belal Muhammad's success wouldn't be possible without his team, particularly his coach, Mike Valley. Valley, the head coach of Valley Flow Striking, has been instrumental in shaping Belal into the fighter he is today. Under Valley's guidance, Belal has become a more complete and dangerous fighter with a perfect blend of power, technique, and strategy. In his gym, you'll find a tight-knit group of fighters who push each other to the limit. Belal credits much of his success to the atmosphere at Valley Flow Striking, where every fighter is treated like family. And it's clear Belal's work ethic and discipline are at the heart of his dominance. He doesn't take shortcuts. He's always improving, always striving to be the best. For Jack, the story is no different. His journey has been one of perseverance and resilience. From a tough start in MMA to making a name for himself in the UFC, Jack's rise has been a testament to his commitment and drive. His team, led by Coach Ben Vickers, has helped him refine his skills, especially when it comes to managing distance and perfecting his striking. Jack's camp in Australia has been all about preparation, preparing for the takedowns of Muhammad, preparing for the pressure, and preparing for the moments when he'll need to dig deep. His coaches and teammates believe in his potential, and Jack knows that with their support, he's ready to take the next step and claim UFC gold. Training through adversity. Belal's Ramadan Challenge. One of the most incredible aspects of Belal Muhammad's preparation for UFC 315 is his training during Ramadan. For a Muslim like Belal, this holy month of fasting adds a unique challenge to his already grueling training schedule. Fasting from sunrise to sunset means no food or water for long hours, which can make training even more difficult. But Belal doesn't shy away from challenges. Instead, he uses this time to build mental toughness. He pushes through his workouts with the understanding that while his opponents are fueling up, he's building resilience. His faith and commitment to his religion provide an extra layer of motivation, and it's this mentality that helps him push through even the hardest of training sessions. It's also during Ramadan that Belal finds strength in his family and faith, as they come together to break fast each evening. This time spent with loved ones gives him the energy he needs to stay focused on his goal, and that goal is clear: to defend his title and show the world that he's the best welterweight on the planet. The final countdown, UFC 315, approaches. With UFC 315 approaching, all eyes are on Montreal. Belal Muhammad, the champion, is ready to defend his title against the relentless Jack Della Maddalena. The question on everyone's mind is simple: who will walk out of the octagon as the welterweight king? For Belal, this isn't just a fight. It's the culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, and belief. He's prepared for everything Jack will throw at him, and he's determined to prove that his time at the top is just beginning. For Jack, this is his moment to shine. The young Aussie has all the tools to be a champion, and now it's time to see if he can live up to the hype. One thing is certain: UFC 315 will be a night for the ages. As we gear up for the fight of a lifetime, One thing stands clear. The welterweight division is about to get a whole lot more interesting. Whether Belal Muhammad defends his title or Della Maddalena dethrones him, this fight promises to be one of the most exciting matchups in UFC history. Get ready, because UFC 315 is about to change everything.